Hey, JW here. Just arrived at work, my first shift of the day, the middle school, and just thought I'd jump on quickly. I gotta be out of the car in about, what is it? About another 5, 6 minutes. And it is really warm right now. It's 86 degrees here in Amesbury, Massachusetts, where I live. And we went from, I think yesterday the high was 54, so it's a 30 plus degree jump in one day, which, is not really unusual in New England in the month of May. We often have cool days, and then it just, it'll jump, like I say, 30 degrees in one day. Someone once said, it might have been Mark Twain, I remember reading that regarding New England weather, if you don't like it, wait a minute, because the weather just changes so quickly around here. The biggest change I've ever remembered, though, in the weather was not in New England. As a matter of fact, it was in California. It was in I was a flight attendant for 25 years, and I had an overnight in San Francisco. And when we got there, it was about, I want to say it was maybe 80 degrees. It was a really nice day, a little on the warm side for San Francisco. Maybe it was about 83 degrees. And, a little bit on the humid side for San Francisco. Usually you don't get much humidity there. But anyway, I went upstairs. We arrived at the hotel, and I had a few things I had to do, and then I changed, and I said I would meet the rest of the crew for dinner. And when I went out, the temperature was 39 degrees. This was about, I want to say it was about maybe 4:30 in the afternoon. And I remember having to go to it was one of those fancy-dancy something club. Can't even remember the name of it now. One of those fancy-dancy restaurant, bars, clubs. And it was the closest place where I could grab like a sweatshirt. Because I'm not lying. All I had was, it was July. I think it was July, if I'm not mistaken, it was the July 4th weekend when we got there. So it was probably, July 3rd or something. But here it went from, like I said, 83 degrees to like 39 degrees, which is what, it's like 43 degree drop in temperature. And it felt like winter. So even with a sweatshirt on, I was pretty cold. But that's about the biggest temperature drop in a matter of hours that I'd ever had, But this one, I remember last night, I stepped outside for a little while last night, maybe around 8 o'clock, and it was pretty chilly. I think it was like, 51 degrees or something. And then now it's 86 degrees, so you never know. But so I'm ready to head out for work and do my thing, across the kids. And one of these days, I just have to focus on the kids when I'm out there. But I'd like to, take some pictures on my phone, or take some video on my phone of me actually talking to the kids, interacting with them, and giving you a little idea of what the job's like. If anyone is from this area where I live in Massachusetts and is looking for a job as a crossing guard part-time, we're always looking for people. In fact, right now we're desperate for people. We used to have 9 crossing guards, and right now I think we're down, I know we're down to one in the morning, which to cover a bunch of schools. And we have myself, Carol, 3 of us in the afternoon. And we used to have 9. Now we're down to 3. And so we're operating at 1/3 efficiency. and it's very difficult. I have to run from one location to the next. I cover 4 locations, and I used to cover 2, sometimes 3, but now I'm up to 4 because, we really, and I just hop in my car. As soon as I finish one, I hop in my car and head to the other. And in one case, I usually beat the kids there by maybe 30 seconds. If I'm lucky. Sometimes I don't even get there before they get there. It's one of those things, you have to finish the crossing at the elementary school, and then I head down to this area called the park, which has a bunch of kids cross there as well, and I'd like to get down there if I can, but sometimes things don't work out as well as they should, and I just have no choice but to stay at the elementary school till I get everyone crossed there. But anyway, if anyone's looking for a gig, it's not a bad little gig for a part-time gig. I mean, it doesn't require a lot of your time, but it does break up your time. If you do a morning shift, you're here for an hour, and then you go home, and let's say you finish your shift at 8:30, and you go home, and then you come back at 2:30. So, and for another hour, and it's that's one of the reasons a lot of people don't take it, I think, is it just breaks up their day. But for me, it works out okay. I plan my day accordingly, and I'm able to get a lot done between the morning shift and the afternoon shift. So it works out. But anyway, if you're interested, leave a comment, or if not, if you're not from around here, I suggest, if you're interested, to I'm sure wherever you live, they need crossing guards. So and it's not a bad gig, especially for an older person, or for someone who might be retired, or maybe someone who needs they're making it by the skin of their teeth, and they just need a job that gives them an extra, if it fits in, maybe, it's a school hour job. So if you drop your kid off to school and then pick them up in the afternoon, I mean, in between, you do what you want, and it's, can add another couple of $100 to your weekly check, so I just recommend it if you're interested. If not, that's fine. Anyways, good talking to you. The bus has just pulled in, so that means I have to pull out of this automobile, and I'll talk to you folks soon. Take care.